The Prime Minister right now is at the Nelson Mandela Foundation. That's again in Johannesburg. He did say that this visit to South Africa is special because it gives him the opportunity to pay his tributes to not only the father of the nation who began his journey to liberate India from South Africa. He's already visited Pietermaritzburg, where he was thrown off the train. That made him think about all the discrimination and all the wrongs that are going on, not just in South Africa but back home in India. Mahatma Gandhi was looking to build his career as a lawyer at that time, but that completely changed history, not only for him but for the world. And right now he's paying his tributes to Mandela. Quite a special occasion this, Mr. Goyal, isn't it?
He has gone to the place where Mandela actually...
The whole legacy of Mandela has been bequeathed, and considering that Mandela and Gandhi in philosophy and ideology, they were so close, I think it's a very... in fact, if I'm not mistaken, the last time the Prime Minister visited, he actually met Mandela, because Mandela was very much alive at that time. And this is the first time that a Prime Minister is visiting after Mandela has passed.
Right.
So it's a very sentimental and moment really from that point of view.
Certainly, certainly. And vital parts of South African history, the struggle against apartheid also being displayed over there. That was one amazing journey of Nelson Mandela, which I'm sure the Prime Minister is well aware of, but it's another experience really to get a first-hand, and this seems like a tangible experience.
This is, I can imagine it. I was living right across where the Prime Minister is now.
Okay.
And therefore it's just coming back to my mind how poignant it must be really to be in the place where Mandela used to work for the welfare of his people after he left. And incidentally, I mean, this I think is something that we must know. When Mandela became president in 1994, he had committed that he will leave the office of the president after 4 years.
Right.
And he left.
And he did.
He did. He did not try to seek re-election or anything at all, which shows the kind of personality that he was. Another incident, I mean, I think this really watches for what Mandela was both politically and ideologically. When the first elections took place, Inkatha Party in Durban, which was another major party for the struggle for democracy, came, but it was not the majority government. It was not the majority party even in KwaZulu-Natal. It was Mandela who felt that even if they have not the majority, the chief minister must come from there because they have the larger base. So I think this kind of political generosity and magnanimity is what actually kept the country together.
And the cricket connect with South Africa also came through right there when that bat was being displayed. A lot of signatures, I'm sure, of
so many,
cricketing luminaries that South Africa has produced.
But I think, you know, that reconciliation, the aspect of being able to examine where we went wrong and forget it and forgive it and absorb different people. For example, I am quite convinced that the agreement between de Klerk and Mandela could have been possible only because both Mandela and de Klerk were prepared to forget the legacy of the past.
Well, yes, if the leadership doesn't, the country won't, and then, of course, you're looking to build a whole new country.
Yes.
And if you don't let go of a bitter past, you cannot build upon a fruitful future. And he's signing the visitor's book there as well. I'm sure he'd have deep thoughts.
And
as
to
far
know
as this
that
experience is
Gandhi
concerned.
actually could have been the inspiration for that kind of political accommodation.
One has to ask, who else but Gandhi?
There could have been, he was very deeply influenced also by Martin Luther King. But Martin Luther King himself considered Gandhi to be his inspiration. So in that sense, if we keep going back, it ultimately turns out to be Gandhi. But Mandela was deeply influenced by various political philosophies which were not competitive, but which basically tried to carry people together. Carry people together in the same movement without creating those kind of differences and frictions. And I think that is the greatness of Mandela, really, in that sense.